and Craig Talk. I'm Callie,
And I'm Craig.
and it's the new year.
It's a new year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy
Yay!
2025.
Yeah. Of course, we did ring in the new year while we
We
were
did.
writing our new stories that we were working on last
Yes.
night. Or were we playing? What were we doing last night at midnight?
Oh, probably,
Were-
well, midnight your time zone. I think we are writing midnight my time zone, was probably either Stardew Valley or reading Heaven Official's Blessing.
Yeah, I can't remember which point we were at. But it doesn't matter because, like all good best friends do, we both said Happy New Year in the proper time zone for the other one. So there you
That's
go.
right. We
Double
did.
Happy New Year's. But I am super excited for the year. And I'm mostly excited about all of our big projects that we have coming up.
This is yikes. Uh, I'm just gonna go with that. Yikes. It's a yikes year. I've got a lot planned. You've got a lot planned. I know you
Mhm.
can do it. I'm not sure I can do it. We'll
You
see.
can do it. You can do it. We can do it. I don't know. For listeners at home who don't know, we work together all the time and Craig does everything. Okay, I can't. Hey, listen, this is a no cut episode because it's
No
you and me.
cuts.
So we're not making any cuts, but you absolutely can do it 100%.
Sure.
Um, but now with the new project that we added the other day, whatever day that was, you know what, Craig,
Mhm.
I've lost track of the days because we've been on vacation for so long. I don't even remember. It's Wednesday, right? Today is
It's
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes. And that other project was added on Sunday, so that was 3 days ago, if I'm counting right.
Isn't that crazy? I
Yeah,
hate that vacation goes by so fast. I really
yeah.
do.
And then I'm back to the
Yeah.
office
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We're both back
Boo.
to the office tomorrow, and that is the worst. But it's been nice. It's been a
Hmm.
nice vacation. It just went by fast. But yeah, I don't know about that last project because how many how many projects do we both have? We just looked at it. I almost feel like we have between the two of us, do we have something every month or did we give ourselves
We
did we
have, I
give
think we have,
ourselves like
oh, between the two of us, yeah. So, like, for context for listeners, like, my previous record was writing 2 books a year. In 2024, I actually wrote 4. One of them I co-wrote with my bestie Callie. The other 3 I wrote. And I seem to have been like, hey, I used to do 2, now I can do 4. Why don't I do 24 next year? Or like, I think the actual number is somewhere around 7.
It is, but some of these projects already started. We
That
have a
true?
good start. And then like I told my husband because he was like, "Oh, because hold on, how many books do I have coming?" So wait, I have count how many books you have coming because so we can think about it because I don't know where our list is.
Oh, I'm gonna bring up the list. I'll bring up the
Yeah,
list.
bring up the list because I can't remember. But anyway, it's like so you're adding more books when 3 books almost like took you out last year, but you and I didn't start really writing in earnest until like a quarter of the way through the year. And by
That's right.
earnest, I mean like we were only doing 1 week, 1 day a week sprints. Like
Hmm.
now we do sprints basically every night. We try and get a sprint or 2 in, and then maybe even more sometimes. Then on the weekend, we're really getting them in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you got? Where's the list? Let's see
Yeah, here, I'll
it.
screen share for you, but
Yeah.
listeners at home, you can just imagine you're looking at a boring spreadsheet. Yeah, so I don't mind saying what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So there's a thriller that is untitled at the moment, or at
Mm-hmm.
least I'm not ready to share the title. I'm currently working on the sequel to Drag Queens, Emo Teens, and Big Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I think, oh God, what is it called? Drag Queens, Movie Scenes, and Ripped Jeans. That's what
I
that's
love it.
called.
It's so cute.
Hoping to get that out in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm working on some Smutty Smut with Sexy Shorts Volume 2, which is a collection of short stories. Hoping to get that
Mm-hmm.
out in the early fall.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the third book in my Frankenstein Incubus series, YA, which would be called It Sucks Being a Vampire. Hopefully out in October. And then in December, Gay Love 4, I will not share the title because that one is a bit of a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
That's 2026. The next one is
yeah,
2026.
yeah.
But then you also have We have the Christmas romance
Yep.
that we're writing together because we're co-writing another Christmas book.
Because lots of people, we really loved writing cookies, candles, and cute butts for Christmas, and we got so much positive feedback and so many reads. It was such a good experience that we
Hmm.
decided our sanity is worth risking, and we'll do it again.
Yeah. Yes. And you're not even done with your projects, by the way. I'm staring at the list and
No,
then,
yeah, there's a
yeah,
second list. So,
yeah.
for listeners at home, I also blog about food and cooking and food preserving and gardening at urbanhomesteading.ca. And so out of that, I've got two cookbooks coming. One is on preserving, and then which would hopefully come out in the spring, and then hopefully in the summer is one on winemaking. And that's not all. And I'm working on the third edition of Sex for Money, which is about writing, publishing, and selling erotic romance and erotica, particularly of the MM variety.
Yes. Well,
Sheesh.
the good news is the way that you just described that, I have nothing to do with any of those. So good luck with all of
Those
that.
preserving book, Sex for Money, wine book, Christmas romance two are all under a list called Craig and Cali co-writing project. So I think you're involved there, buddy.
No, no, yeah, but the preserving book and the wine book is really just the two of like that's all you. It's just me and you
You're
messing
more
around
like
formatting
artistic
and
director.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, director of sanity, I would say, because
Mhm.
today it was a bit of insanity when we were
Yeah.
going over it, trying to get everything. But you know what the thing is that when we work together, it's so good because if I have a project, it's easy for you to point out what I need to be doing and vice versa. So like
Hmm.
when we were going over the food projects today, it was easy for me to see where you were going off and just kind of rein you back in. But I'm so excited about those. And we got to look at some covers for the books today. And then
Yeah.
Sex for Money, we're just doing I mean it's not really a rewrite, right? It's just kind
It's an
of
update.
it's
Like
an
some
updated
sections,
version. Yeah.
yeah, some sections need big overhauls,
Yeah.
like how to
Yeah.
format a book because the software has changed, and
Yeah.
the marketing section needs a overhaul because Twitter isn't really that good anymore, and TikTok
No.
didn't exist when I did the first
Yeah.
two versions. Yeah,
Yeah, but I think what are we like 40% through of that edits?
I
Because
think
we've been
so.
going over it, but we stopped for a while because I think we replaced the time that we were doing that with the Christmas book. I think we
I think
swapped that
so.
for the Christmas book.
And
Um,
then I don't know what's going on, but every time we work on that Christmas book, like I just not the Christmas book, the Sex for Money book, I get tired. Like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
dying here,
It makes
getting
you
so
so tired
tired.
working on that. And usually we're talking about like monster peens and stuff. So
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why it makes you
Or
so
like
tired.
tentacles going up buttholes. Yeah. Should
Yeah.
invigorate me.
And I'm hoping for March for my pirate novel to come out. And then You Can Call Me Cooper 2 in May. And then Frederick Gay Son of Dracula 2 in August. So I will have
Hmm.
three books again. And then the co-write, which would be the fourth. And then, yeah, helping you with your stuff. And then you have, I don't know, your 50 million books that you're working
Yes.
on. But we can do it.
We can do it.
Because as long as we stay on track, and then your thriller is already done. It really just
Yeah.
it has to be edited, but
Hmm.
as your best friend, I can tell you really don't usually need many edits. So I can't imagine that there would be that many. And
Hmm.
then drag queens you started on already.
And
Sexy
I'm
shorts
like
you
a
have
third through drag queens
yeah,
already.
and sexy shorts you already have. We have one or two in
Like
that already.
I think more like four. So it's a collection of 10 short
It's
stories.
four. Okay.
I think I'm around four. So I'm like 40% done that as well.
Yeah. So all of these things we got a head start on. So I
We
think it's
do.
going to be fine. I really do. And I'm excited about it. And then we both just revamped our websites, which
Yes,
was
we did.
nice on our
So
vacation.
everyone
Yeah.
should go to calikitsubooks.com and sign up for the newsletter, right?
And CameronDJames.com and sign up for that newsletter,
Hmm.
which is arguably much sexier than my
Well, yours
newsletter.
looks prettier than mine.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But thank you. I'm excited for it. What else was I going to tell you about? I think I was just thinking about a different project. Oh, the other project that we added slash
Other
didn't
pro-
add.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yes.
possibly, we may
Hmm.
possibly dip our toes into writing some middle grade fiction.
Yes, yes. So I think I can share this on the
Yeah.
podcast. So I was at a school librarians convention in October with some of our young adult books, our queer young adult books, and all of these librarians were so excited to see us, but they all are in like kindergarten to grade four schools. So they're all a little too
Hmm.
young for our books, but they're a lot of them said, "Do you have any middle grade books?" Because I think that all the kids are watching Heartstopper, which is a beautiful show, but they're watching
Hmm.
Heartstopper. They want some of that content. The librarians are having trouble finding age appropriate stuff
Yeah.
for younger kids.
Yeah.
So Deep Hearts YA may expand, well, likely will expand into some middle grade fiction. We're not sure what we're going to
Hmm.
call it, like Junior Deep Hearts YA, Deep Hearts YYA for young adults.
Yeah, deep arts YA or like young
Yeah.
adult or even younger.
So if anybody at
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
has like a queer themed middle grade fiction book, so grades like 4 to 6, 4 to 7.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
don't currently have a call for submissions on our website at deepheartsya.com, but definitely hit us up if you have something that you think would be
Yeah.
good for that.
Yeah, because we would definitely take a look at it and think about it. But yeah, it would have to be really clean though. Should go
Yeah,
without saying, but
really
middle grade
clean.
fiction would have to be really clean, nothing, no funny business. If
No
we
funny business,
yeah,
unless
if
it's a
we
comedy.
yeah, if we no funny business of the PG-13 variety. You
Yes.
think? Yes. We want to keep it extra clean. I don't know if it's as big. Are your libraries like under fire the way that ours are here as far as queer books or not so
Not
much?
not quite as much. So specifically in my province of Manitoba, which is right in the middle
Hmm.
of Canada. So if you look like if you would put your hand on the East Coast and hand on the West Coast and bring them together in a clap,
Hmm.
Winnipeg would be right in the middle, which is where I am, and so our province is Manitoba. The libraries in the city of Winnipeg have not really been under attack. There's one
Hmm.
that had some issues coming up. But some of the more rural, small town ones have had
Hmm.
some issues.
Hmm.
Thankfully, our provincial government is like, nope, we're not dealing with any of this. And
Yeah.
school libraries are pretty independent anyway, so they don't really answer to the government. They're like, nope, we're
Yeah.
keeping all the queer stuff in the school libraries.
Yeah, it would be different here. I think that's what,
Hmm.
when we had our meeting on Sunday, that was my concern here. Like, as much as I'd love for them to
Hmm.
be in middle schools so that little kids could, have them, younger kids could have them, I don't know how realistic it is just based on the way that our libraries are kind of under attack here. I know definitely in the county that I live in, there's 0% chance. Like, my
Hmm.
books will never be in the library here. Like, unless there was some drastic change. I can't see it happen. We have like tons of organizations that are local that just, I don't know, they have nothing better to do, I
Hmm.
guess. They have
Yeah.
truly have nothing better to do. It's just the wildest thing.
So when
Um,
I'm bored, I don't go banning books. I do other stuff with my time, which is not suitable for a podcast.
you do the things that the things we write about in books.
Yes, perhaps.
It was I don't know. This is at home. It's always so funny because whenever we're in Zoom, we're like screen sharing all the time. And I can screen share at any second, but Craig always needs like a good 45 seconds to make sure there's nothing on his
No
desktop.
dicks.
Yeah, no dicks. And then he always, I'm looking at his screen right now. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are there only 9?
Only 9 tabs. I did close like 12 of them
Yeah.
earlier today.
It's usually around like 13 to, would you have the other night? Was it 19 the other
It was
day? 18 or
19. Yeah,
19 the
19.
other day? He just doesn't close his tabs. But John said something interesting about that because
Yeah.
is it that your tabs you don't have to close when you close your computer and you don't ever shut your computer down
I don't shut mine
either?
off. And he thinks it's like a difference in Mac and Windows because I'm Mac, he's Windows.
Yeah.
And just so like when I put my computer to sleep, it's good. It's like no
Yeah.
problem. I carry it around in my backpack when it's asleep. It doesn't have to be off.
Yeah.
Whereas I
Yeah.
think John with his Windows computer, it has to be like completely shut off at the end of
Yeah,
the day.
mine shuts down. I don't know if mine goes in sleep mode. I think then I get because I have a Windows. I'm getting the PlayStation confused because one of them like yells at me if I don't shut it down properly. It's
Okay.
like your system went to sleep and then, you didn't shut it down properly. And then I get like scolded by whichever one it is. And I can't remember if it's the PlayStation or if it's the computer. But anyway, yeah, I rarely have that many tabs open. But after being on vacation with you for, I don't know, 5 days, today I had like five tabs open and I was like, look what you're
Oh,
doing to
five.
me.
Wow.
Five is a
5 is a
lot for
gateway
me.
to 19.
It was. Five was a gateway 19. Oh my God. But look on our list it's House of Twinks. We bumped House of
Yes.
Twinks. That's way
Hmm.
too far. That's it's not gonna be 2027 by the time we do it. Maybe 2026.
Maybe tw if we really put our mind to it, we could
Yeah.
cram it into 2025.
I really think we could, but
We
let's
could
just,
double fist the books.
we probably shouldn't, but we could. Like I, like I really have I have full confidence we can get this done. Like I really
Mhm.
do. But yeah, for the Christmas romance, we were going back and forth about whether we wanted to write a Halloween book or a Christmas book or a New Year's book because we both just have so much fun with holidays that we thought it would be really fun to write about them.
Hmm.
But the new one we decided to do another Christmas book. So we still need to come up with a name for this series though. Like this series as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
don't really know. Maybe it will come to us when we come up with a name for this book. Maybe we'll
I'm
figure it
thinking
out.
something, it's on the edge of my tongue. It's like ho ho holes or something like that.
No.
No?
No. Book two in the Ho Ho Hole series by Cameron
I
DJ
would buy it.
Cali Kids. Hey, wait.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding when I say, is your name still going to be first on the second
I don't
book?
know. Feels like I should be second the way things have been going.
No, come on, come on. Just kidding. Oh, what did John say yesterday about my pirate book?
Oh, shove it in my peg hole or something like that?
Yeah, I have to stop laughing. People are going to be so tired of listening to this podcast. All I'm doing is laughing. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to name that book. I don't think
Hmm.
this has ever happened to me that I've written a book this far and not had the name. I don't even know what I'm going to call it yet. But
Hmm.
I like the drag queen's name that you came up with, and I'm trying to think. I'm looking at your books right now. So you don't do what I do, which
I
is,
have
well,
no idea.
no, you do sometimes do the things I do. But what I mean, and I've only had three releases, so it's not like I can really say there's a pattern. But like with You Can Call Me Cooper, that's like a special line that's in the book. That's the title. And I really
Ah,
like
yes.
that. I like
Hmm.
when like when the title appears in the dialogue and it's at like a really important moment. So I'd like to do that with a pirate novel, but I also have to like get it across that they are pirates.
Hmm.
Otherwise, people wouldn't know, especially if we do like a title cover or something, So like it can't just be like, I don't know, there's something romantic because then nobody would know they were pirates. So maybe
Arr,
s-
plunder my booty hole.
stick it in my peg hole or whatever. But this is a romantic pirate story, man. There's no plunder and booty hole.
Lovingly shove it in my booty hole.
Lovingly fill my pig hole, I guess. But yeah, no, I like the idea of that. I really do. I like when the title is in the book. Do you have any books that the title is
I
said in
think
dialogue?
the only one is Nobody Loves an Incubus. I don't normally do
Yes.
that, but that's
Yeah,
sort of just
I love that
happened.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Is that the only one?
Well, technically, Thunder is in the dialogue just because Thunder is the name of the horse.
Oh,
So
okay. I was
he's
gonna
like,
say
"Come
because
on,
this
Thunder."
is so it doesn't count. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it does count. There you go. I wonder who's gonna have the longest title out of the two of us. Oh, sorry. So listeners at home, if you're wondering what this episode is about, we don't really know. We're just gonna follow. We're just talking because it's the end of vacation. So this is just a bestie
Mhm.
chat episode. We should have
It
said
is.
that when we started. Because what
Eh,
if people are waiting for some fabulous guest to come out? They're just listening to the two of us.
maybe there is a fabulous guest coming. They're gonna just have to hang out to find out.
No, don't goad people.
Mhm.
We're gonna get in trouble. There's nobody else coming. It's just the two of us. Um, Wait, I do wonder who has the longest title though.
Right.
What was the drag queens one? Tell me how many words that is.
Drag queens, movie scenes, and ripped jeans. 7 words.
You have seven. Okay. So I know what the title for You Can Call Me Cooper is number two, but I'm not gonna say it. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
six. That's six. Uh, what? I don't know. Maybe the Christmas book might be longer.
Gay Love 4 will be 6 words, but
Mm-hmm.
that's secret, top secret,
Super
what the
secret.
title is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
The other one looks like
Christmas book.
three. The
Christmas book
Christmas book
number
could be
2.
long.
It'll be like, I don't know, Santa
Yes.
Santa rear-ended me at the mall and now I'm his lover. That's the title.
Perfect. Um, I really like it. We hadn't discussed any of those things happening, but sure,
Yeah.
I think it
And
works.
I'm not even
Yeah.
sure if Santa is featured, but
I don't think
it
so.
is
He
what it is.
wasn't, but he might
No.
be now.
Mhm. Mhm.
He may be now. I don't know.
Well, Santa was featured in the first book, so he's an established character, not the
Yeah, but
actual
that
Santa,
Santa,
but
yeah, but
yeah.
that Santa is married. The
Yes.
Santa from our first, so he can't be somebody's
Maybe,
lover.
maybe it's a polyamorous Santa.
He's like 1,000 years old, that Santa. He's gonna have a heart attack or something.
Well, some people like the older, younger trope.
Oh God, you could write that. I'm not writing that part of the book. Listeners at home, if Santa is polyamorous in this book, this if this 80-year-old Santa is polyamorous and has multiple lovers, I want you to rest assured, Craig has written that part. I have
Mhm.
not written it. I am not going to write the 80-year-old Santa getting it on. No.
Well, all right.
No, but I am looking forward to it. I'm finding it hard. I didn't have any drinks tonight. But there's certain things that happen on vacation I'm having a hard time not bringing up because I really do want to make fun of things, but I know I
Okay.
shouldn't. I know that
Well,
I shouldn't. I should be a good girl and not. Um, but I wanted to ask you about your Christmas decorations. When do you guys typically take Christmas decorations on? Because I know you have the tree up.
yeah. Maybe like mid-January, mostly because we're
Mm.
just lazy. And no one
Yeah.
ever comes over here because of our angry cat. So it's not like anyone would even notice. And one year we do have like a string of Christmas lights in the living room. I think one year we left that up till like March or April because it was just nice
Mm.
to plug them in while we watch a
Hmm.
movie. So it's like dimly lit with colorful lights.
Yeah, our first Christmas together, we were both working so much because like I was working at the racetrack, so I was working nights and then my husband was working mornings, so we would like, see each other very quickly like when we split shifts in the afternoon, like just almost in
Mhm.
passing. Um, and so the Christmas tree ended up staying up until Valentine's Day, and it was a real tree. So like the Christmas tree had turned like orange. And like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it like turned orange. I didn't even know. But we videoed it because it was, God, it sounds like we're so old when I say like we recorded it, but we did with our little like tiny hand camcorder. It
Yeah.
was at least it wasn't one of those big ones. Like I'm not talking about the 80s. Like this
Mhm.
was like 2009. But we recorded it and it was so funny. Now when I look at it, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with the two of us? The damn tree was dead as dead could be.
That
It
was
was
also like a
literally,
fire hazard.
yeah, it was literally red. Like it was orange red. And then we went and got rid of it. And like, I recorded it. And my husband's like, I'll always remember you, my Valentine's Christmas tree. And I'm like, the damn tree could have caught, like you said, I said the same thing. The tree could have caught fire. But like at this point, I have a fake tree up and I would like to leave it up until Valentine's Day because I don't want to take everything down.
Yeah, I know people that leave their Christmas tree up all year round.
Well, I don't want to do that. But
And they like cover it with plastic when it's not Christmas time.
okay, I don't want to do that though. Thank you. Now I'm inspired to put it away.
So with your like orange Christmas tree, when you
Hmm.
accidentally bumped it, did all the needles just fall off?
Well, it was in a spot where, like, where we didn't have to, we didn't bump into it because it was in like a
Mhm.
corner. But when we took the ornaments off, there were just like freaking needles everywhere, just like falling everywhere. Yeah, I have to see if I can find, I don't think I have a picture of it. I just have the video recording of it,
Mhm.
which that was like the olden days now. Wait,
Yeah.
how old is somebody that was born in 2009? They're 16 now? right?
Yes.
They'll be
They
16 this
turned
year.
16 this year. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be my 16th wedding anniversary this year. I don't remember. Well, how many anniversary years is this for you guys?
This will be number 11 this year.
Cute.
hmm
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
that makes it 14 years together, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Mm-hmm. See? Adorable.
hmm
Well, we'll have to see about that whiskey class. Craig has been looking
Ah,
for a
yes.
whiskey class to take John to because
I
John loves
have.
whiskey, right?
Yeah, so we've done the different tasting classes at the Liquor Mart.
Mm-hmm.
Before we did one on wine and one on gin, and you get
Mm-hmm.
like 10 different samples. They say don't drink them all unless you're getting a taxi, so we made sure that we had an Uber for the second time we went.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he loves whiskey, and I was gonna get it for his birthday, but they were sold out, so I
Yeah.
will keep an eye on that and make it a random gift at some point. Surprise, John, when you listen to this, but you
Yeah.
already know that.
Yeah, but I still like the idea.
Mhm.
But it's John's present. So John, I'm
So
not speaking for you, okay?
if I win the lottery, there
Mm-hmm.
is the whiskey festival coming up, which is $273 per person.
It's pretty expensive.
Yes, for, if I'm remembering right, a 2 hour visit.
That's pretty expensive. They're
That is
like
a hundred
prostitutes
and
there or
forty
what?
something an hour. I wish, but no,
What are
it's
you
just,
getting there?
I think it's
Like,
lots of like whiskey tasting, but the idea is you might walk home with a case of like, oh, this is such and such from Scotland, 40-year-old
yeah.
vintage
I
whiskey that I
really
spent
regret
a
not
thousand
becoming a
dollars on.
sommelier. You know that?
Mm.
Sommeliers make a lot of money. I really
Ah, yes.
regret not becoming one. I don't know. I don't
But
think I'd be good at it.
that's a lot of spitting because I
I
think
was
you
just gonna
swish and
say
you
it's a lot of
spit. I'm more of
spitting.
a swallower than a spitter.
I walked into it and I knew it as soon as I said it. I was like, "This is spitting joke coming
hmm
100%." But I still think it would be cute if you bought a sampling kit, because I always see these ones, like we have them in the States, and they're the
Ah, yes.
expensive ones, but there's just enough in the small bottles for like two people to have like a sample size. And then you just set up a little bar at home, and then you could just be the little bartender for John. You guys
Yeah,
just have
like
a little fun time at night.
we have
It'd be
those
cute.
little tiny one shot or two
Yeah.
shot things, but
Yeah.
we don't have a whole lot of variety. So,
Yeah. That would
you
be
know,
fun, right? The
yeah.
little, I don't know, I would like it. I think it would be kind of cool.
Mhm.
Um, but my husband the other day, we made those boba tea things. They were
Yeah.
disgusting. So like as cute as I thought that was, that I had like a little boba barista, it was absolutely disgusting. I
Mhm.
told him, I'm like, do you want this? And he's like, is it really that bad? I just don't like it. And you haven't tried it, right? I think we talked about it. You said you
No,
hadn't
yeah,
tried it, right?
boba tea is quite popular here, but I've
Yeah.
not had it. It doesn't appeal to me.
I could have maybe like maybe we made it wrong. I don't really know.
Well, in defense of boba tea, you had like a take home, make it yourself kit, and
True.
you're someone that's never had it before who then
True.
made it herself.
So,
So
yeah.
it probably tastes a heck of a lot better if you go to a boba tea place,
So
I
like
would
the
imagine.
flavor was good. Like the flavor was really good because it was like a peppermint mocha, but then there was like also like some mapley syrup flavor in there, which it didn't really, or brown sugar. It was brown
Mm.
sugar, which was interesting. But the flavor was really good. It was just the little things that are in it, the little balls, just like
hmm
floating balls in a drink.
Yeah,
And they're like
yeah.
gelatinous little things. And it was just a weird, I don't
Yep.
know, man. There were too many balls in there. Too many
Normally, I
balls
like
in
a
my
bunch of
mouth.
balls flying in
Yes.
my face, but yeah, yeah, I'm a bit of a texture eater,
Yes,
picky
me
with
too.
texture,
Yeah.
and so I
Yeah.
know that there are tapioca pearls traditionally.
Oh, is that
Um,
what those are?
I don't know if that's what you got because you have something in a box that wasn't refrigerated, right? So I would
Right.
imagine real tapioca pearls are probably a refrigerated thing. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
thinking you
but
probably got like a low quality thing.
oh my God, wait a minute. No, it was very expensive. It wasn't
Okay.
cheap. I mean, it's
All
still,
right.
even just because it was expensive doesn't mean that it was high quality, though. So it also could have been. But wait a minute about the tapioca, because isn't there tapioca pudding on the shelves?
I don't eat tapioca pudding, so I don't know.
Well, then you don't know. But I'm pretty sure like tapioca, like the snack pack puddings are on the shelf, and those would have the tapioca
Oh,
pearls in them.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, I have no idea. Like, it's probably not real. I don't know. And you don't like tapioca?
I think I've had it once in my lifetime. I don't really remember it.
Hmm. Okay. What did we decide? So we have a bunch of fun guests that we're thinking of having on this
We
year. We
do.
have like a pretty full slate of people that we want
Yeah.
to bring on, so we're excited about that. But it's almost the weekend since it's Wednesday, which I really earlier today when we were talking about what we were going to make this weekend, I was thinking today was like Thursday and tomorrow was Friday.
Hmm.
So I have had the wrong day in my head all week, like I told you, because of the vacation. But when we were talking about what we're making this weekend, what are we gonna make? What did we decide? We're making bread or
I
something?
think we're looking at some bread from we got a recipe from Windward Oliver
Oh
on
yeah.
Twitter. I think he called it cloud bread. Am I
Mm,
remembering right?
I
And
think
looked
so.
pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But we're kind of debating if we should be making something with the bread because just making bread is like a lot of bread.
It is a lot of bread. And then we were thinking about doing the chili because, but then you'd have to do the canning of the chili.
Yeah, I'd be doing a full batch of pressure canner
Which is
chili.
really fine. I really don't think it's as big of a deal. I mean, really, can it be any worse than a Apple apocalypse that we had? The
Oh,
Appleocalypse.
Appleocalypse.
Appleocalypse. I'm
Yeah, because
ready
I
for
mean,
Appleocalypse
it's one pot
2025.
of chili. It's not like 180 pounds of
We went
apples. Yeah.
that weekend, we did a lot. Like, I
Yes.
mean, we woke up early and we did like all of the apples, like Saturday and then Sunday. And then there were some through the week I thought we did too. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
How do we say that proper? Is it apple apocalypse or appleocalypse? Apple apocalypse?
Applepocalypse.
Apple, I don't know how
Let's
to
go
say it
with
right.
let's go with an overwhelming amount of apples.
No, I
And
want to say apple
oh, okay.
apocalypse.
Applepocalypse. I would go Applepocalypse, I think.
Yeah, apple apocalypse. Yeah. Because then you can laugh about it when it comes up.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, yeah, apple apocalypse. We can do that. Um, but I'm wondering if with the chili, the same thing is that you haven't made it in so long that maybe it just feels like it's a lot of work and it won't be if we
Yeah,
make it.
yeah, and it was like my first pressure canner recipe I ever
Hmm.
made with my brand new pressure canner, which
Yeah.
everyone is like, don't those things blow up? And so like
Yeah.
I'm very cautious about it, and I had a
Yeah.
pot that was too small for making the chili. Yeah,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
that I
But
know what I know, I could do it better and be
now
less
you do it
scared.
like eyes closed half the time.
Yeah,
Half the time when we're in Zoom and Craig is cutting, he's not even looking at what he's cutting. He's just like
nope,
doing it on autopilot.
and I still have all my fingers.
And I'm wincing the entire time. But yeah, I want to try the chili. I just want to make sure that it's going to be chunky. You don't want to have like a
Chunky.
soupy chili.
Oh, yeah. So since it's a canning recipe, and if you do the same recipe, you'd just be doing it in a pot and cooking it. I'm not sure if it'd be the same,
Hmm.
but when I open up the jar and I reheat it, it is very thick.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I would be down for that. The other option is we try the ginger beef or we make the ramen. Oh wait, was
Mhm.
that where that doesn't go with bread though. Neither of those are
No,
like a bread
no.
side. The noodles and
Chili
the bread
would.
doesn't go with it. The chili would.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not making the squash soup. Like I know
No.
John, he can make the
Ugh.
squash soup some other time. That's I don't want
Yeah.
to have it. Plus you're going away, John, for a couple days.
Yeah.
So, and the reason we're talking to John is because John always listens to the podcast for
Hmm.
us. Um, but yeah, and John's going away for a couple days, so we have some more
Yeah.
Bessie days coming up.
Yeah. We will finish watching the newest season of Futurama and I
Oh
think
yeah,
start the second season of Heaven Official's Blessing.
that's true.
And
Oh man.
depending how much TV watching we get in, I might finally break down and subscribe to Paramount Plus, and maybe we can try Star Trek Lower Decks. I think it's season
Ooh,
3 that I left off on.
yeah. Did we watch, didn't we watch a little bit of that?
We did. I can't
We
remember if
did,
it was
right?
season 2 or season 3. Like I'd have to read the episode synopses to find out where I left off because I was watching it
Hmm.
when it used to be on Crave, which is a subscription thing we have here in Canada. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it was like, all Star Trek is moving to Paramount Plus and nowhere
Hmm.
else.
Hmm.
And then I just stopped watching because at the time I couldn't afford Paramount Plus, but now I can.
Yeah, now you're rich because of selling all
And
your
really,
books.
with the amount of movies that John and I watch,
hmm
and with how many
It's
of them
worth
would
it.
be
Yeah.
free on Paramount Plus,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would be saving money if I would have subscribed to Paramount Plus like quite a while ago.
For sure. I advocate for this. Yes, I
Hmm.
think you should. But yeah, I can't remember which season it was that we left off on. And I don't know the show well enough to even remember where it was because I just started
Hmm.
watching it with you on whatever episode it was. I don't know how many episodes of Futurama we have left though.
It's probably only like two, maybe. At
Yeah.
most three, probably two.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out about the chili unless you're ready to make a decision.
Well,
Probably you're
maybe
not.
chili is the way to go because I could put some aside and cook it in a pot so I can eat on the same day. Whereas with the stuff in the canning jars, I has to wait till at least the next day.
But would the recipe be the same or we have to change it?
I do the same recipe. So after I scoop things into the jars, and do the
Mm-hmm.
pressure canning part, like the
Mm-hmm.
chili is not fully cooked at that point. So I just
Mm-hmm.
keep it, put it in a smaller pot probably, and then keep cooking it till everything looks fully cooked and nice and thick and ready to eat.
Hmm. Okay.
That
I don't
might be the
know.
way to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Oh, wait, when is John leaving though? Monday? Is it
Monday. Yeah.
Monday to Wednesday? Oh, okay, so then
Yeah.
he'd be home for it on the weekend. So
Mhm.
we'll have to see. Yeah, that would be yummy. And then you also went to go see a movie on Christmas Eve. You saw, or Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? It was Christmas
Christmas
Day.
Day. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw Nosferatu, which is a remake of the 1922, I think, silent movie. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. I didn't like it as much. John liked it quite a bit. I think it might partly be because so Nosferatu is a ripoff of Dracula because when they
Yeah.
made the original movie, they couldn't get the rights.
Mm-hmm.
But so I've seen the Nosferatu movie and I've seen so much Dracula stuff and I've read the Dracula book twice, I think. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I saw two Dracula movies already in 2024. So when I'm watching
Mm-hmm.
Nosferatu on Christmas Day, it's like, oh, this is where they go on the ship. Oh, this is a guy that starts going crazy. Oh,
Uh-huh.
this is that. And oh, this is that. And it's like I kind of knew
Yeah.
absolutely everything that was happening.
That's not fun.
Yeah, so it kind of took the fun out of it. It was a beautifully shot movie though. And I do enjoy that director, because he did The Witch and The Lighthouse. I really recommend The Lighthouse if you like kind of creepy, weird stuff with
Mm-hmm.
Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe. It's basically just the two of them.
Oh.
Really good. They kind of go insane.
Mm-hmm.
There might be some supernatural stuff, or they're just insane. Who knows?
Hmm.
It's really
Hmm.
good. That was a movie that made me realize Robert Pattinson can act.
Ah.
Because I'd really only seen Twilight up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him in anything else.
I've seen him in a few things. He was in The Batman, and he was in a movie called
Oh.
Good Times, which was quite good as well.
Mm. Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't see him as Batman.
wasn't he in a Harry Potter movie as like a little
Uh,
cameo? But we
yeah,
don't
I
talk
don't know.
about those
I
movies.
don't think, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
some,
The movie with the
yeah,
person who literally cannot keep her mouth shut, that
yeah.
person. Yeah, but I do think I think Robert Pattinson was in there because I think he died. I think he dies like sorry, spoiler
Oh,
alert, but they've been out for like 20 years or
yeah.
something.
At
I'm
some
pretty sure
point,
he
it's like,
dies. Like
at some point, you can stop saying spoiler alert, I think.
yeah, like I mean, not trying to be
Because
spoiler alert, but like
surprise,
a
spoiler alert, Darth Vader is
surprise.
Luke's father.
Yeah, 20 years ago. Had that's even further along.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was just like a side character, and I think he dies in like an early scene. I don't know, it's been a long time since I saw those. But yeah, and I really don't understand her though. Like, I know we don't like to talk about other people on this show, but like, why can't, if we were rich, could you imagine like just spending our time just annoying, like just being an asshole? Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like the nicest person. Probably I wouldn't even be nice because you probably don't even hear from me. Well, you
Oh
would
yeah,
hear
yeah.
from me, but other people might not hear
No,
from
I
me.
just have like a constant pool party with twinks. That's what I have.
Yeah, that's true. I think you would. House of Twinks.
House of
House of
Twinks.
Twinks would be a reality for sure.
Yes, this would be a
100%.
non-fiction book.
We could write it like a documentary. Craig's House of Twinks.
Hmm.
Hmm. What's John's role there?
He can be the bartender,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I don't know. He
Mm-hmm.
likes that role.
Well,
Or
in
he
House
can
of
just clean the toilets.
well,
Either
in
way.
House of Twinks, we have the one guy owns the place. So would you be the guy that owns the place in the story?
Yeah, but isn't he like a real
He's
douchebag?
an asshole. We hate this guy. Yeah.
Hmm.
But we might have him fall in love. I don't know. To be determined. Maybe he falls in love with one of the twinks. I don't know. Or one of the
Yeah.
twinks just kills him. Or the twinks pair off. We haven't
That's
decided yet.
quite different. Maybe he falls in love, or maybe a twink kills him. That's surely there's a middle ground.
It could be. I have an idea, but I don't want to say it. It's playing out. So I could see both happening. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I think that one's going to be a lot of fun when we do get to write it, though.
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to that one. We just, I know the two of us, and we've really got to try and stick to this schedule. But we'll see how that
Hmm.
goes.
We will.
Sticking to the schedule. But look how far ahead you are, though.
Yeah,
Because
I've
like the
already
first
done
one's
one
supposed to be
book.
done and it's done. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a third done Drag Queens 2,
Uh-huh.
half done Sexy Shorts Volume
Yeah.
2. I already have a little bit of Gay Love 4. I think the Preserving Cookbook will go pretty quick.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, we can definitely do it. Um, I don't know. The other thing would just be that I was looking forward to talking to you about all of the anime that I've been seeing lately showing up.
Oh,
Yeah, you told me at one point that you watched Haiku only a few episodes, but then you
yeah.
watched Free a few episodes too, right?
I've seen maybe a dozen episodes of Free. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of another anime just in case that we don't end up watching TGCF season 2 all the way. Because as much as I love TGCF, I don't know, maybe the second time around I won't be feeling the same I was. But you know what the problem was for me is that
Hmm.
the books are like perfection. So like nothing
Yeah.
needs to ever change with the books. So when I was waiting for all these years for season 2 to come out, I just felt let down. So, and I
Hmm.
wasn't like the only one, but maybe now that time has passed and I watch it again, I might see it differently. But it was like I wanted them to focus on different things that they didn't seem to focus on.
Okay.
And there was just a lot, like it is good. It's just like there's a lot of different things that happen that I don't know. They happen, but not the way that I imagined them or the way
Hmm.
they were described in the book. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see how it goes. But yeah, so that one would be out, and then the other thing would be out. I don't think you would really like Naruto. Naruto is way too long of an investment, anyways. But MDZS is a good one. Um,
Sorry, did you say Naruto?
yeah.
Is that the one where he runs like this?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Naruto is classic. But
Yeah.
you're talking about a huge commitment, like even huger than the two of us getting through the TGCF books would be like Naruto. At the rate that we watch that, like that we get to watch, because we really only watch TV when John's gone,
Yeah.
because otherwise, like we don't have time for TV. But I don't even know how many hundreds of episodes. Hold on, I'm gonna look it
Holy
up.
smokes.
Are you looking it up? Or you know,
No,
hold on.
no.
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. Naruto episodes. Let me tell you how many there are. So there's 10 seasons total of the first one, and then there's 21 that includes Shippuden. So 21 seasons combined.
Holy smokes.
And there's a lot of episodes like in each season. So, but it's really good. Like it's a really good show. But yeah, I would never take that on as like
Yeah, at a certain point, a
a
show
project.
becomes too intimidating because there's a show on Netflix, and I think it's not like a Netflix show, it's just a show that's been
Hmm.
uploaded to Netflix. I
Hmm.
think it's like Hungarian or Turkish or something, and it's some sort of historical type drama, totally up the alley for John and I. But when
Hmm.
we're looking, it's like 400 episodes,
Oh my God.
hour-long episodes. And we're like, okay, we're gonna back away slowly. It might have been
Yeah.
like a soap opera type thing where there's several episodes a week. So
Oh,
they
okay.
add up real quick.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be really good, but that's an investment.
No, that's way too many episodes. But Naruto is also one of those ones like when you watch it, you just have to be locked in and like watch it and just let it go, let it
Hmm.
do its thing. Like, and then you'll fall in love with it. But I don't know. I've seen people that say they don't like it, and I'm like, but it is a commitment. Like it
Hmm.
is too much. Like there's been a couple times that my husband and I wanted to do a rewatch, and I'm like, can't do it. Like it's just way too long to do it. Um, Fruits Basket is really cute. I think you might like that one. You watch Demon Slayer too, right? You also watched some of Demon Slayer.
I've seen the first season, and I think is there a movie between seasons one and
Yeah.
two? Okay, I've
Yeah,
seen
there
that
is.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is good. I'm like looking around my room at all the
Yeah,
anime stuff that
I
I have.
I
Yeah.
didn't mind Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
John didn't care for it,
Yeah.
but
I
I
like the
didn't mind
art
it.
in Demon Slayer a lot. And I liked season one of Demon Slayer a lot. I liked, there were parts of the other episodes I liked too, the other seasons too. And then Jujutsu Kaisen, I really love. I can't see you liking Jujutsu Kaisen for some reason, so I don't want to show you that one. But MDZS is a really good one too. I don't know. I'm sure we'll just watch Heaven Official's Blessing and just see how that one goes. Yeah. So we'll probably just do that. I'm looking around because I really feel like there was another show that I wanted to talk to you about, and I don't know which one it was. It'll come to me as soon as we end the episode.
Of
I'm
course,
sure.
that's the way it always works.
Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely. Um, the other thing, what was the other thing that we wanted to talk about tonight? I forget what it was. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
We'll have to
in
cut this
term
part out.
in like, well, because a while back you said we were talking about the big investment of time. When
Mm-hmm.
John and I first got together, he's like, "I want you to show me all of Star Trek,"
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
God.
"Do you realize how big that is?" And that was before the revival of Star Trek. So there was like five TV shows, six if you include the old cartoon, plus 10 movies or
Oh my
13
God.
movies, I guess, with the Chris Pine ones. And then
Yeah.
now there's like five more series and there's a TV movie coming. Like, I'm not even up to date on everything. I'm
Yeah.
the Trek lover, diehard Trekkie in the family.
Yeah, no, that's a commitment too. You're absolutely right. What is your favorite Star Trek movie? I can tell you mine.
Star Trek movie, so I don't know why, but my favorite ones are the ones that are often described as the worst of the entire series.
Oh, I like The Voyage Home. What do you have?
Either number five, which is where they search for God,
Mm-hmm.
or number 10, which is Nemesis with Tom
Mm-hmm.
Hardy as a clone.
Mm-hmm. You don't like the whale one?
It's fun, I guess.
I like the whale one. I thought it was cute. They're saving the whales. No?
Yeah,
Okay.
it
All
was
right.
cute.
Yeah, I can't remember many of the other ones. Like I've seen them all. My husband and I have watched them all, but I can't remember that many of them. The whale one is the one that stands out to me. Then what is the other, the one that you just described where they go searching for God? I really can't remember that one. I don't
Yeah.
remember that one.
So that's where Spock has a half brother that
Mm-hmm.
captures some. Does he Cybok? I think he captures some politicians to like draw the Enterprise here, and then he
Mm-hmm.
overtakes the Enterprise and leads them to the center of the galaxy where
Mm-hmm.
God supposedly resides.
Mm-hmm.
And then things go haywire.
Hmm.
What does God need with a starship? Because God wants to steal the Enterprise.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah,
And what's
yeah.
the other one about?
Nemesis, that's where the Romulans, or the Remans rather, who are like a cousin species of the Romulans, have a clone of Captain Picard, played by Tom Hardy. And
Mm.
I think his name is Shinzon, and
Mm-hmm.
he like kills everybody, and then he's like, I'm gonna destroy the Enterprise.
I don't know. I don't remember that one either. But I did have fun when we were watching the animated series. The animated series
Hmm.
was fun. I'm
Oh, we were
sorry that
watching the
that was
old one.
over.
Yeah,
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 that was really fun watching that one. Just the music and then like the. But it's funny because those episodes were actually good.
they
Like they
were.
were
Yeah.
good episodes. They just, there was poor animation because it's old and it was probably good animation at the time. But like if they redid those, like
Hmm.
they would be really good. I think they would. I think the plots were good, no?
They were, yeah. And actually, the current kids Star Trek cartoon, Star Trek Prodigy,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen season two yet because I don't even know where to find it in Canada. Um,
Mm-hmm.
season one. best Star Trek series I have ever seen, hands
Oh,
down.
really?
Best Star Trek series ever, hands down.
Hmm.
And that's why it was pretty broad consensus that it is phenomenal Star Trek TV, and then it is also the strongest first season of a Star Trek show ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why aren't we watching? Oh, because you just said you don't know where to find it. I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, why aren't we watching that?
because Paramount is like, we're not making enough money on this one. We're going to do a write-off and sell it off. And so in your country, it's on Netflix. In
Hmm.
my country, I think it's on CTV, which owns a space channel, but
Hmm.
I think you have to subscribe to cable to access it, which I don't have.
Hmm.
So, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
spend $70 a month on cable.
Oh my God. Weren't we just talking about cable the other day? And I was saying that I didn't even know that cable was a thing anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I have people in my family that have
Yeah.
cable.
I thought that just people just had streaming now. I didn't realize that cable even still existed.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
can't believe how stingy. You just said $70 a month. You making that number up,
Oh,
or is that really how much it is?
I
Oh,
I
okay.
think it used to be like 50 to 70, like it was ridiculously high. But
Oh,
then when you
okay.
think about it, we have in our household, we have Netflix, Crave, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and I'm gonna get Paramount Plus. Like I'm sure that adds up to like 50 to $70 a
Well,
month.
it'd be nice if everything was just all together, like
Basically like a cable package.
like a cable package. Yeah, like that. I think that would make a lot of sense. Why hasn't anybody thought of that yet? Yeah, no, I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't know. But if we were talking back about writing, sorry, this is what I
Yeah.
wanted to talk
Well,
to you
this is a
about.
writing podcast.
Yes, it is a writing podcast. That's true. Well, at its heart, it's a writing podcast. It's spun off into, and that's also been so fun, like trying to define the podcast when we're making our own websites.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. We talk about all kinds of things. Doesn't it just whatever the mood is. But um I'm glad to know that we have so many authors that are coming on, and I'm excited to hear about some
Mhm.
other people's editing processes. And then I know that John wants to come on because John really wants to write a werewolf book.
Yes, he does. We'll
Hmm.
see if that happens. Yes.
Hmm.
John,
We'll
I have
see.
faith in you. Of course I do, but we'll see if it happens.
Yeah, I know. There's somebody he wants us to invite another writer on so that the
Yes.
two of them can do it, which would be really fun. We'll have to get the great news is if we do have Harry F. Ray on again for cocktails, I don't have to buy anything
Yeah.
because everything is still in there. I wonder, I don't know where the editing queue is that we have for the publishing house, and I wouldn't want to spoil if Harry has anything coming up, but I know he has one or two books coming out.
He has
Oh, I see it right there. Okay.
one. Yeah.
So if we did it around that time, that would be around Cooper, and
Hmm.
then that would be him. And then what do you have coming out around there, hypothetically?
Uh, Provided I don't lose my mind.
It's Drag Queens.
Drag
Yeah.
Queens 2 and potentially the wine book around that
Yeah.
same
So
time.
see, we could have him on around that time and then celebrate our releases because I think that's what
Mhm.
we did last time that Harry was on. We celebrated because
I think so.
all three of us had a release at that point. I think that all three of us had published books at that point
Yes.
recently.
We
So
had book releases.
yes, we had book releases at that point. So yeah, I have to talk to him and see when he's available to come join us. And I'll let him know about the werewolves. We'll see. It'd be funny though. I think that would be a fun story to see. We still haven't gotten any good werewolf fiction though, right?
No, yeah, no, we have a few in our catalog that we published a while
But
back, but
they're
we keep
older though.
wanting more. Yeah, we keep wanting more, and nobody sends us werewolf MM erotic romance. So, werewolf MM
Yeah.
erotic romance authors out there listening to this, please send us your book submissions
Yeah.
at deepdesirespress.com.
You know what I find funny though? I'm sorry, this is you
Yeah.
remember when we talked about writing the book? And because for some reason when you just said the call out to authors, it just reminded me of all the authors that write smut that have reached out and said they really loved the Cookies and Candles book.
Hmm.
Which is always flattering when writers
Oh,
tell us.
yes.
It's flattering when anybody says it, but I do like when people that are in the same field as us are like, hey, this was really well done. Like you guys did a good job. It's also interesting to see how many people have read it on KU so far because
Yes.
like within 2 months we like smashed the company record for KU pages
Mhm.
read, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, that was, I always figured putting cookies, candles, and cute butts for Christmas into KU to be a bit of an experiment because we've had some good successes on
Yeah,
KU,
yeah,
some books that did okay. And
yeah.
I've never been truly convinced of KU as being like a place to go. Like you see the
Mm-hmm.
success stories like, oh, this person had 1 million reads, this person had 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
But for all the people on KU, those
Mm-hmm.
success stories really are quite rare, I think.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was a little skeptical, but I was like, let's try it. Let's do it. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see what happens. Yeah.
Well, it's
And
paid off. It's
it paid off.
definitely paid off for us big time. Um,
It's been quite the wide-ranging episode.
yeah, it has been. Well, this is
Mhm.
like a general, it's really just like a
Yeah.
Zoom meeting, I
Just like a real
think.
coffee and chat. You just kind of chat about all the things.
That's true. Although I'm not going to have coffee after this episode. What
Oh
time
God,
is it?
no. No.
Yeah, no.
10:20 for me, 11:20 for you. No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
I don't need any
PM is
coffee.
my cutoff. Yeah.
I need a couple writing sprints and then
Hmm.
we can play Stardew and read and go to bed. I'll be happy with that. But yeah, we'll see who is going to be on the next episode. I have to make sure that everything works out with the episode. So we'll see how it goes. But
Yeah,
that's it for us, I think. So
think so.
oh yeah, but you know what else we have to make though? I just remembered. You got some
Uh-oh.
expensive brownies. So we need to
Oh,
make some
yes.
brownies. You can make those,
Yes.
I'll make a different ones.
Yes, I got for Christmas, one of the gifts I got was some gourmet brownie mix that cost a heck of a lot because the price sticker was still on there. But it has what, a cup and a half of butter?
It was so much butter. I don't know. Craig and I, I didn't finish that graphic today. We were going to do our wrap up and I totally
Oh
forgot.
yeah.
Now we're going to have to do something else because we missed the trend of the. I did my year wrap up yesterday and we were supposed to do the one for the podcast. Then we got too busy. But me and Craig, we made so much bad stuff for
Hmm.
Christmas. I'm like, oh my gosh, aren't your pants getting tighter? My pants are
Yeah,
getting
so
tighter.
maybe like the next few cooking episodes are like, let's do steamed carrots. Let's do like dry kale.
Yeah, because it was like 2 sticks of butter, I think you said, for the
Yeah,
brownies. Was it 2 sticks or a stick and
more
a
than two,
half?
2.5, I think.
2.5 sticks of butter or something. What the hell? What did we make else that had 2 sticks of butter in it? Something else we made
Was that
over
my
Christmas
spicy
break.
frostbite
I think
cookies?
it was. I think it
Yeah.
was, which those were delicious and totally worth it.
Because of the
Um,
butter. Yeah.
but it's because of the butter. Butter makes everything better.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. All right, anyway, now, Bessie, why
Yes.
don't you tell the people? Oh, final thought of the day.
Oh, final thought of the day.
One of these days you could
Um,
cut me off and get me, but it's
no, it's
been
okay.
it's been over a year in this podcast, so you haven't caught me yet.
I think I've got one. I think I've got one. Okay. So it's the new year. Like you might be listening to this shortly after the new year. Make some writing goals, but also don't punish yourself if you don't meet those goals. If you get
Hmm
some writing done, no matter how little or how much or how long or how short, that's all that matters. You made some progress and you are a good person. Maybe that this wasn't meant to be like motivational in that way, but you accomplished something. There we go.
Yeah, because we technically don't know if they're good people. Like we assume they're good people
Couldn't
that
get more.
follow us.
Mhm.
Maybe they're
Mhm.
not. No, I think that everyone that follows us. I'd like to think everyone that follows us is good people.
I would think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that motivational message. That was very nice.
Yes. I try my hardest sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes. All right. So now, Bessie, you can tell people where to follow us.
Yeah, we are on YouTube,
Hmm
Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Twitter for the time being. We don't really like Twitter anymore.
No, we don't. So if you're
Uh,
messaging us on Twitter, you should stop because we're not really on Twitter.
yep.
So hold on. PSA,
Mhm.
by the way, if you have a question for the publishing house or the publisher, like the best thing to do is to reach out through the website. Because we have on all of the websites, I think it's just submissions at deepdesirespress.com is probably all the
That's the
emails go
easiest
to us,
one.
but that's the easiest one. But yeah, we're definitely taking a little bit of a step back socially from Twitter. Like we're still there, but we definitely aren't like DMing people on the regular on
Hmm.
not on Twitter. I
No.
don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, engagement has gone down and it's not
Yeah.
really a fun place to be. So we're kind
Yeah.
of looking
Why
for other greener
should we be
pastures.
there? Yeah, we've been finding some time for Blue Sky.
Yes.
Mostly we're on Instagram though. Like if people really want to see what we're doing, it's on Instagram. Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok. Was that everything? You say
I
them
didn't
all?
give the handle. But
Oh,
yeah, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Twitter. Cali Craig Talk, CaliCraigTalk.
that's true. We are.
We
Yeah.
are.
So thanks everyone for listening. And I forgot what else I was going to say. So that means it is, oh, we're not doing Coffee with Kelly and Craig because this whole
Yeah.
episode was Coffee with Kelly and
Yes,
Craig.
it was. Yes.
It was
And
not
it's
really
too late
coffee,
for
but
coffee, as we have
yes.
established.
Yes. No. So that this whole episode was Coffee with Kelly and Craig anyways.
Yes.
So all right, anyway, thank you everyone for listening. This was fun.
It
Thanks.
was. I had a great
Yeah.
time.
All right, now it's time for writing sprints.
It
So
is.
we're gonna say goodbye for
All
no
right.
reason at all. Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Okay.
I'm doing the dance move.
He's dancing too. God, you laugh like such an idiot all the time. Yes, goodbye, Bessie.
Goodbye.
I'll see you in 2 seconds. All right, bye everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.